Right.
Hello, everyone! We are back once again for Night's Awakening!
Yay!
Yes! Boy, was last chapter interesting. To be honest, I think the last bits were much more of my interests.
Yeah. We had to cut out a couple things just for Ash's and Riala's sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, it won't be so bad whenever there's a song next. It'll
What
be
am I hearing?
better.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
me.
there is a scratching noise. Nobody move. I dropped my brain.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, it stopped.
Okay.
Alrighty, we're on chapter 22 today.
Captured again. God, I said the same line that Riella said. Make sure you don't get in my way ever again. It's seriously, the way I said that is the same thing he said.
Very true. Alrighty, who wants to start it off today?
I did. Okie dokie.
Are you sure they can hear ya?
Ree?
I'm using my phone, so.
Oh.
Keep it close to you so that we can hear you.
Yes, please.
Da-da-da.
Okay.
Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
You sounded British. Can you hear me better?
Right.
Like you sound like Peppa Pig. You sound like Peppa Pig.
Get that pepper stick out of here. I hate
Keep
pepper
it PG, people. Keep it PG. At least until there is actually swearing in here, so.
Yes.
There's no swearing here.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay,
Yes, let's continue.
I will indeed.
Go.
The five visitors, two jesters, owls, and a small group of following Nighttopians soon find themselves back at the Dream Gate. Clarice suddenly stops and starts looking around, a puzzled expression on her face.
I think we may have a problem.
What is it, honey?
Asked Elliot.
The only doors I see here are for Helen and Will's dreams.
She answered her husband.
Well, you know, Jackal, that's typical with him.
Nice commented.
Anything concerning him is never really straightforward.
That's a given.
Muttered Dinella.
But if we are to even get close to finding him, we need to reopen the entrances to your dreams. How are we going to do that? Beats me. I haven't seen any signs of my dreams or Elliot's since the two of us returned.
Clarence shrugged. World.
Okay, I got this one. Owl, who had been deep in thought, looked at the two older dreamers.
I think I may have an idea. Go up those stairs.
Said Owl.
Owl.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go.
Okay, said Owl, gesturing to the large staircase at the back of the Dreamgate Plaza that went up behind the Nighttopian garden doorway.
Clarice must go up one side, with Elliot going up the other. We must stay behind them as they do this. Otherwise, it may not work.
Okay, hold on a second, girls. I need to grab something real quick.
Okay. Okay. Fair warning, someone is gonna have a loud mic.
Me? What?
Continue.
We're good now. Let's see, I got it. Confused but willing to try this idea, the group did as instructed. Elliot climbed the left staircase with Will, Dinah, and Owl following him, while Clarice went out the right staircase, followed by the dualized knights and Helen. And let's see.
As soon as the two older visitors both took their first step on the main staircase above the split staircase, a light radiated from their feet up to the top of the stairs to the top.
Is that it?
Molly's flashlight asked it as though nothing more seems to happen.
Light suddenly burst out from the top of the stairs, growing and shifting in a bright display. When the light faded, the group found themselves staring at a newly formed landmass of the Dream Gate. Reaching the top of the stairs, they saw that here were many doors and empty doorways along the walkways that wove through the trees of this new place. There was even a waterfall that seemed to appear from nowhere into a stream that snaked through the new area until it fell into the lake by the main gate area below.
No, that is it.
Answered Al with a smile.
Oh.
Uttered Will.
We shall run again.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Helen managed to say.
Our dreams.
Breathed Elliot. Clarence held his hand.
We can now show them our worlds.
Elliot nodded.
Right.
He then remembered why they were here.
But we need to find Jackal. We can take a look at them after this is over. Now, which one has Jackal in it?
I believe it was one of my dreams, the soft museum dream.
Entered Clarence, walking over to one of the doors.
This one, over here.
The pink-haired girl proceeded to open the door. Knight's Molly followed up behind her as she walked through the door. She smiled upon seeing the world beyond the door.
It's just like how I remembered it being.
Oh wow, that's a good Knight's impression. She goes to walk further in.
Clarice, wait.
Came Knight's voice.
Okay. She turned back, noticing that Knights was still hovering above the stairs to the door, the others watching him from the doorframe.
Knights? What is it?
Asked Clarence. Turning her gaze from the door around them. Knight's Molly looked down at her.
He isn't here.
Clarence walked back over to the jester.
How are you so sure?
Knight spoke as the dualized pair looked back up at the dream.
Usually I can sense if there's nightmares within someone's dream, even if I can't see them or know exactly where they are, but right now I can't sense anything here. Let's see. Oh, and that means Jekyll's nightmare isn't here either.
Clearly, what? What the heck was that? Was someone doing the DJ thing? Dang, Sonic, get out of here! No one needs to be here. No one needs a DJ in here, you blue rat!
What in the world?
Who's next?
We're back to square one.
Said Will with a sigh of disappointment. Don't give up just yet, visitors.
Song prayer, I got it. Al reassured Knights and Molly and Clarice, who came back through the door. He lands on the branch of a nearby tree before he continued.
We have come this far. In our search for Jackal, we have been able to restore more of NiGHTopia. And we now know that Jackal is not within this dream. All we have to do now is figure out which dream he may have settled into now. And now all of a sudden this has become Find Jackal. Where is he?
Where's Jackal?
Helen, you're up.
They'll never find me.
Don't be too sure.
But there are so many dreams. Which one do we go to next?
Asked Helen.
I have an idea.
Knights announced. The dualized jester floated a little higher so he can see all the doors of the dream gate.
I'll just try what Jackal would do.
They closed their eyes, covering them up with a hand, before slowly spinning in place. After a few seconds, the jesters stopped and pointed. The group looked in the direction they were pointing. Helen blinked in confusion.
Empty doorway?
Who knows? Jackal may be in the dream that the door will lead to.
Replied Will. Clarice walked up to the door frame and waved her hand around.
I think I do feel something here.
Of course, the door is there. It just isn't your dream to open,
Said Owl. He looked at the two jesters.
I believe this door belongs to either Xavier or Molly, and only the owner of the dream within can unlock it.
Or Jackal.
I can get this one.
I don't have the key.
Okay, I got this one. Actually, can you do his name?
Dinala.
Floated closer to the door.
I'll give it a shot.
He stood before the door frame and reached his hand out to where he believed the knob would be, but nothing happened. He couldn't help feel a little disappointed. He floated away from the door frame.
It isn't mine.
Hang on a second. Of course. The door is there. It's just
No, I just said it isn't mine.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I just got sidetracked.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Okay, here we are.
Owl turned
Owl.
to Knights and Molly.
Okay. Then it may be Molly's. Knights, please discontinue the dualization with Molly so she may try.
Right.
Knights lowered himself closer to the ground and flashed away. Molly was standing next to him. Well, here we go.
Molly walked closer to the door. A blue light suddenly engulfed the area.
When everyone was able to see again, Molly's hands were glowing with the same blue light. And a white door, not blue, white,
Had appeared in the door frame with Molly's
hand resting upon the handle. What is this?
Molly asked, looking at her hands.
Ooh, it appears you possess the blue idea of intelligence, my dear.
Reek, go ahead.
Says Owl in a slight surprise, but he found it quite
Fitting.
fitting for his new friend.
And this is indeed your dream, Molly. Only you can unlock it by using your idea of intelligence.
Molly nodded with a slight smile, and toned to handle
The handle.
toned the handle. A quick sound was heard, along with the sound of a street hope, as the door opened for the first time.
Bathing them.
Bathing them, all in the light coming from beyond the door frame.
God, it's too bright!
Sunglasses.
Following Molly, the group of friends entered Molly's dream.
They all looked around in awe. Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Wow!
Would you look at that?
They were inside a majestic library that was full of twists and turns, staircases going in every direction, like an MC Escher's Relativity.
Basically, it's a really, really confusing looking labyrinth library.
Mm-hmm. And colorful light streamed through many giant stained glass windows. Chandeliers hung from the ceiling, came off the walls, and stood like metallic trees on the carpet-covered floor. A name came into their minds. The Blue Stocking Maze. Basically, a blue stocking is a very intelligent woman. Also, it can be referred to a lady who works in a library. And
Ah,
it's the
the
blue
more you
idiot
know.
of intelligence. It works, doesn't it?
that's clever.
I
The more you
know.
know.
I like that play out because usually it's the red idiot that gets used, so it's nice that the other idiot gets a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice dream, Molly.
Complimented Dinella. This is the perfect place to find an author of a book.
Said Owl. Elliot
Looked around.
Ironic. Let's find Jackal.
Nice looked around.
He's around here somewhere. I definitely can sense nightmares in this dream, but I don't know if it's just Jackal or if others are in here.
That works for me.
Reply Will, already walking down a nearby alleys.
Aisle.
Aisle. My bad.
I got the other one.
Is that how
I got
aisle is
the-
spelled?
Yes, that's how aisle is spelled. I know. It's really weird.
Yeah. It's
English, everybody!
weird. English, everyone! Knight
one of the most-
floated over to one of the windows.
Okay, you get the next not speaky part, okay? Right, I'll get... I just gotta speak this part because it's my character. Jackal will most likely be hanging out in a pocket of Nightmare within the stream. Most high-level Nightmares like Quinn, Bella, Goblo, and
Camelon.
Colin.
Like chameleon.
I can never say his name.
It's okay.
Better than Shyamalan. But we only found them after freeing you from those cages.
Stated Clarice, looking back at him from one of the staircases. Helen pulled out a book down from one of the shelves.
Helen.
Oh, I'm up.
Yes, here go.
How do we find the pocket of a nightmare without Knights getting captured?
Dinella sticks his face into a book, finding his grin from seeing Knight's face go bright red.
I don't get captured that much.
Oh, yes, you do. Almost every first time you visit a new world.
As
Call
we
that
point-
gullible.
I'm
I'm not even here right now, and yet I'm clearly making commentary. Hope y'all are enjoying this.
Sorry. I'm not laughing.
Anywho, look for something that shouldn't belong.
Al instructed, bringing them back to the task at hand.
Would that count?
3.
Molly pointed to a door on the ceiling high above them, which set between two
Chandeliers.
chandeliers.
Well, it's worth a try. Let's see what's up there.
Knight flew up and opened the door. Seeing a large dark room within, the strangely normal view of the room compared to where he was in the library made him feel slightly
Disoriented.
disoriented. Okay.
Whoa, I feel sideways now.
Link, this hallway's all twisted.
Basically, it's like after he opened the door,
Sophisticated.
everything looked normal. It's not like he was on the ceiling, but yet he is on the ceiling. Helen?
Okay. Do you see anything?
Asked Helen.
I think I see Jackal further inside.
Knight replied, seeing candlelight and a spot of orange far in the blackness.
It's hard to tell. The room's pretty dark.
Wait here.
Dinella told his friends before quickly flying up to help Knights.
Where did you see him?
Knight pointed towards the candlelight. Dinella, with his superior eyesight, saw that the candle sat on a large table with books all around. There are faint outlines of overstuffed shelves lining the walls. he could have sworn he even saw a few oversized toys hidden in the shadows. Behind the desk, an orange figure had its back to them. Dinella nodded in confirmation to Knight and carefully led him in. The two jesters quietly floated through the dark room. Knights approached the table.
Jackal?
Took you long enough.
Reet, you're gonna have to do all these narrations because all three of us jesters will be talking.
Yeah!
Okay, you jesters.
So I'm not
Okay, you jesters. You owe me $10 for doing this. Just kidding.
I got Oreos.
I've got some
Ooh.
donuts.
Do I have to ask Rial to give you a kiss or something? No, I can make that in range.
All right.
What?
Anyway,
It's not like Rihanna. Okay, I got it. Comes the mad jester's voice.
let me guess. You knew we were coming.
Untitled.
Uttered.
Damn it! Uttered. Die. Oh my goodness. After you say it.
Dinella.
Dinella, crossing his arms. Jackal nodded still with his back to them. He held up a card, looking at it before
Revealing.
revealing that it was several cards by shuffling the cards into
Shifting.
sifting the cards into a fan like
The cards hinted.
Formation.
The cards hinted. But I did do a bit of guessing as well.
Dinella.
Dinella rolled his eyes, not one for such things as reading cards.
So anyways, you came looking for a little old me for an important reason, I suppose. Did you want another story?
The orange gesture teased. Tony?
Yeah.
Tony likely to look at them out of the corner of his eyes.
No.
Knight
Nice
round.
forward a bit.
Knight
Floated.
forward a bit.
Jackal, did you happen to write a book or two some time ago?
Jackal chucked it.
Ugh, it's dusty around here. Anyways, I should get back to my line. Sorry.
Sorry.
Wow. And
I
here
am so
thought
glad
me
I'm a robot.
Seriously, me getting interrupted was a lot weirder than you. Yours is a bit more tame.
Why, thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
Whatever. Anyways. Okay. More than one would think of a washed up and bad jester.
What do you mean by that?
Asked Knight confused.
Mm-hmm.
As one of the less productive nightmares, many, including Riala, forget that while I may be only a second level, I'm also recorded as one of the oldest nightmares left. An original, you might say.
Jackal answered before his smile faded somewhat.
But no one really listens to what I have to say, what I want to share. Well, besides that one time earlier when I showed you that card trick. Talk about not respecting and listening to your elders.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
No one cares, old-timer.
It sounds like Jackal is like being rejected.
Aww.
You know what, Jackal? You don't owe me anything for reading this. Only Rihanna and Diana.
Yay! No, I get to keep my peanut butter.
No way, Knight. You still owe me.
All I've
my
already
peanut
given
butter.
you my pride.
Grab my peanut butter.
Let me get to reading this. Knight nodded.
That would make sense.
Jackal shrugged. His grin wide.
Wide.
But others, they get all like, oh, you're mad. You're insane. There's no way you could possibly know what's going on. Or even, you can't possibly know anything important. You're just a jackal, a fool! Well, I do know. I know a lot of stuff. I even know about things that others have forgotten. A lot of things.
Well, we only think you're mad because of your wild personality and wild behavior and unhinged personality.
What? Did
Says
Diana kick his...
Diana.
Diana EXE, stop working for a bit. Or we got a glitch.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Anyways,
Says Ashley, you say the name.
Diana.
Diana.
I mean, you pretty much rub our faces in it.
Jackal chuckled. Jackal chuckled, seemingly proud of that.
Yep, I have to admit that a lot. I do that quite a lot.
But what's the point of acting like this?
Asked Knight.
Who are you really, Jackal?
Why the mantle? Do you not notice my song? Oh, wait, you're talking about me wanting to read this. Never mind. Anywho, nothing more than a fantastic jester you see before you. Look, I'm not even hiding anything under my sleeves.
Could be that.
Tackled.
Tackled. Jackal. I can't read that word.
Turning.
Turning fully to look at them with his glove hands out for them to see.
Presumably.
Presumably to show the
Absence.
absence of invisible arms.
Besides, one always needs a poker face to hide their intentions and magical secrets when playing card games and tricks. Everybody knows that. I mean, just look at King Dice. I go with that guy on Tuesday.
Okay, got it. I got it. Knight puts his hand on his hips.
What are your intentions? What do you need to hide?
My god, Jackal seems more like Envy from Brotherhood right now. My gosh.
Jackal shuffled the deck in his hands and drew one card to look at it, seemingly ignoring Knight's question.
Card of fate. Something will happen to determine someone's fate.
Diana.
Diana gave Jackal a disappointed look. He floated
Ben.
towards the door.
I've heard enough.
Wait!
Jackal.
I made him sound so fabulous right there.
Wait!
Oh, great. He's turning into Mediton. Do you want those legs too?
Continue.
Jackal, I can't read a lot.
Swiftly
Flew over the table and in front of the robotic jester, who stopped looking down at the mad jester with an unreadable expression.
Why not let us get back to why you're really here? Besides, you came all this way to find old Jackie boy. The book right?
what we addressed you about earlier. Yes.
And so Diana.
You're getting better at it. Believe me, it took me forever.
Yes.
Sorry.
Anywho,
We wanted to know if you really wrote that book, or if the page with the author's name, Jacasian Kless, just happened to coincidentally wrinkle up that way.
I told you that I wrote more books than one would expect of an insane card-playing jester such as myself. Plus, it's better than the old bird, I'll tell you that. Whew.
Why, I never.
You're not even over here, Al. Get out.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm,
get out there,
sorry.
loser!
I'm sorry, Al. I'll give you a nice book later.
What if his head just popped out of a little self? Little self, you know what I mean? Just like, I heard that.
I heard that.
Al,
Ignore him.
go over there. Go over there. Go over there.
Hmm.
And that includes that book. Yeah.
Replied Jackal.
Didn't you hear me the first time? The odd name was just a fun little idea I had.
If you're so wrapped up in being a bystander on the sidelines and all of this, why did you write that book?
Diana.
Diana. Oh my goodness. Ass keeping to the point.
Dinala. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jackal. Okay, Jackal floated over to look at the books, papers, and scrolls that seemed oh my goodness, randomly shuffled into the nearly selves.
It's the best way to keep a record of information when you don't have any more room in your own memories. Besides, it was a long time ago that I wrote that book and left it where the bird could find it. And it was chance that he would even take the time to look into it. I am actually surprised it took him this long, with how much he seems to love reading and monologuing about all that stuff he knows. For a bird brain, he's really slow. You know, for a bird brain, he's really slow. And everyone calls me crazy.
Alrighty,
Oh my word.
Diana.
Blink! Nothing!
Diana.
Diana, blink! Nothing, something!
Nothing, something.
Forgive me. I'm trying to read my line, and I'm about to laugh here. That's actually really contagious. Give me a moment.
Yeah, we'll be right back, everyone. Stay clear. Okay, everyone, we're back.
Diana blinked, noticing something.
Why all the secrecy, Jackal? And I don't mean the cards. You're hiding something else, aren't you?
Jackal gave him an odd look, his grin a little wider.
Always. But if you think about it, doesn't everybody have secrets? Knowing that the Mad Jester would most likely
that's
talk
not
about
you,
them.
Jackal.
I'm sorry, did I steal someone's lines?
No, you were talking about yourself in the metatone.
Oh, great. Now Jackal's doing it. Bree, take over.
Yep, ma'am.
Hang on a sec. I'll talk to him personally.
Wait, no, not the horns!
Yes, the horse.
No, stop!
Okay.
Don't fight. Let's just get on
Let's
with it.
give them a moment.
Okay, back.
It was a misunderstanding. I apologize.
You didn't have to give me a heart attack.
You don't have
Boys, don't make me call Wiseman.
Yeah, don't call Uncle Daddy Wise Guy.
Sit there and wait for your lines, please. Bree, go ahead.
Yes, I'll start. Knowing that the Mad Jester would most mostly likely talk to them around in circles if he addressed
Yeah.
it
Further.
further. Ashley, can you say this name?
Dianoa.
So, shook his head,
Deciding.
deciding to drop it for now.
Knight spoke up after a moment of silence.
Jackal, if things do happen as you wrote in that book, you may not be able to stay on the sidelines much longer.
You'll have to choose whose side you're truly on. Whether you work... Forgive me. Whether you will work alongside us or with Wiseman.
Added Dianella. Yay, I got it.
Well, when the time comes, you will see my true colors and not that gay stuff. Don't you worry. I just like to what the heck is this word? Get so
Procrastinate.
Procrastinate. Thank you.
No problem. Jackal answered.
Jackal
Go ahead,
Bree.
Bree.
floating back over to the table.
Oh, and by the way, Night Over will be coming soon, so you might want to get going.
I nearly forgot about those.
We better get back to the others.
Dino said before flying back out of the room, Knight's following close behind.
Come back soon!
Jackal called after
called-
them. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just before the door closes, his wide grin suddenly turned into a frown.
Rats! I forgot to ask if they still wanted a story.
You guys really wanted Jackal to do reading, didn't you?
Yes.
You guys really like Jackal reading it.
Jackal and I like it when Rihanna just pops in out of nowhere.
Seriously? Jackal, no one wants to hear you read. You sound crazy and you're gonna give everyone ear grains.
But it's fun!
I don't care if it's fun. You have a screechy voice and nobody likes it.
Oh, shut up! Your voice is so quiet, nobody can hear you!
I'm sorry. Was that out loud?
Well, excuse me for being such a soft-spokener.
Alrighty, let's get going.
Yeah, well, those two bicker. Let's just get... Oh my god, how do you like that? A sibling banter between those two.
Alright.
Alrighty, I got it. Back inside the main halls, the giant library, the two jesters floated down to their awaiting friends.
Well,
Clarice called out as they came down.
What happened?
Asked Elliot. Then, what did Jackal tell you?
inquired Owl.
We do know that he in fact wrote the book a long time ago, along with many other books.
Knight replied, telling them what had happened in the meeting with Jackal.
He said he intentionally left it and possibly other books where Owl could find it.
Ree?
Owl crossed his rings together. A
Habit.
habit to pick up the visitors.
That is quite unusual for a knight married. Of what little I know of Wiseman, I do believe that he would wish to be the only source of knowledge and information in order to better control his creations. For a knight marrying to create or use its own sources of information would probably not sit too well with Wiseman, especially with his plans being published for others to find. Oh my gosh, he's created horrible books! I never noticed that!
No, I'm just writing better stuff! Seriously, I'm a better author than you'll ever be! Nah.
Oh, why?
Actually, those would be his diaries.
Kinda.
Actually, they are stories.
Shut up! They're
I'm sure they are.
And continue.
It would be almost like with knights having free will.
At will.
No pun intended.
Owl nodded.
Well, I can say for certain that Jackal is most definitely an odd and unpredictable fellow, just like Envy in Full Metal Alchemist.
I think he's just lost.
Observed Dinella.
Lost?
Asked Helen.
Lost in his own little world of whimsical wonder.
Dinella clarified.
Who can blame him?
Replied Elliot.
Being alive for as long as you told us he claims to have been, can do things to a person, or at least a human anyway.
Dinella flew over to float beside Molly just as Knight spoke up.
What a night this turned out to be. Mystery, action, horror, comedy, fantasy. Why, if I didn't know better, I would think this whole night trip through the library. I would think this whole night was a trip through the library, not just Molly's dream.
Ooh.
Owl gives a hoot in amusement.
Indeed. But I do believe night over is approaching. Let us head back to the Dream Gate. The dreamers and jesters agree, and the group of friends made their way back out of the dream to wait in the plaza of the Dream Gate for night over.
Well, that was useful. Sort of.
Said Will. It is always a good idea to check one's sources, even if they turn out to be a little importance.
So do your research!
Oh, jeez, I tried my best. Jeez, give me a time, will you?
Actually, I wasn't talking to you, Owl. Forgive me. I was talking to all of our listeners out there. Always do your research, kids.
Oh, what, and why did all of a sudden I sound like that? Natalia Plummer all of a sudden.
Okay, I got this one.
All right, let's go.
Said Owl post. I can read that one.
Perching.
Posting himself on a
Elevated.
elevated tree root in the new area of the Dream Gate.
It is better than not taking the time to do research and finding out what you thought was correct is completely false.
Well, even if he is nuts, Jackal apparently knows a lot.
That's because I came before Knights of Riala. That's what.
Okay, Ray, you ready?
Said Chloe as he and the other dreamers sit in the grass. Near Owl's foot, the two jesters sit in the air a little above them. She spoke again after getting comfortable.
I don't know about you all, but it would be nice to really know that he's on our side and not just a nightmare with his own agenda. And perhaps he could use some good friends after all this time.
Well, we have Knights and Xavier. If it were up to you, Claire, all the high-level Nightmares would be on our side.
Said Elliot. That made everyone laugh. Knight shrugged with a smile.
Works for me. The more the merrier.
You know what they say.
The more the merrier.
Shut up, Jackal. Don't even make a reference to that.
I just did.
Oh dear.
Molly,
Even if we're not in this right now, you're still making
Molly.
comments.
Say can be said about you.
Let them bicker. Let them get it out of their system.
Tell me, guys, do you like this little sibling banter even if it's not in the story? Let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, okay? Okay? Continue.
it's your turn, Dragon.
Well, if Jackal does turn out to be on our side, I would do my best to be his friend if he needed it.
Molly said.
Said Molly.
After all, he is related to August in a way.
So would I.
Agreed, Dinella.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't try to be friends with him. even if he is a mad jester.
Why, thank you.
Elliot smirks.
Oh, what the heck. Count me in as a friend, too.
And me.
Helen said with a small smile.
I am.
He's a lot less mean than Camelan. I could give it a try, too.
Added Will. Oh, because he was that boss. You know, he was kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to find the guy.
Yeah. Can you imagine those two in a card game?
That's nice with a laugh.
I do believe night is almost upon us, visitors, which is a shame, as I do enjoy your company.
Aww.
Night's teeth floating over the well-dressed bird.
Did Mr. Owl actually get a little lonely without me being here all the time? I thought you would enjoy a break from a rascal like me.
I would have to admit it. I did miss your company after your disappearance.
Owl confessed.
I had grown used to your little pranks and childish antics, so it was strange not seeing you fly all over the place, which I learned that you fell into the Black Ocean. I thought I would never see my friend again.
Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Aww!
All three were... cried all
Helen.
three before they all started giggling.
Owl
Oh.
fluffed up in a bit in embarrassment.
That means well. They mean well, Owl. It is very sweet of you.
Molly
Molly.
to him.
I understand that, my dear, but they don't have to rub it in. Now I probably will never hear the end of it.
Nope.
Now where did I put my comb or something?
Jonesy.
He muttered as he tried to smooth down his feathers. You want to get straight?
Yes.
Where are we?
Molly couldn't help.
Right here.
Molly couldn't help. Molly couldn't help letting out a small laugh before looking at the group.
Well, before we all leave, I wanted to say thanks for letting me tag along.
Owl
Owl?
finished.
Recomposing.
Yeah, recomposing. Himself.
Himself.
Of course. It was a delight to meet you. And NiGHTopia grows stronger with each new visitor. Well then, I will make sure to come back as often as I can.
Molly replied with a bright smile.
Dinella sighed in content, happy that his sister was having fun in a world he had wanted to share with her many years ago. It had taken a little longer than he had anticipated, though, and he wished that he hadn't made all those foolish mistakes earlier. He pushed those thoughts to the back of his mind for now, preferring to enjoy spending time with his new friends.
I don't know about you guys, but tonight's adventure was a lot to take in.
Will announced, laying back on the grass, staring up at the stars and planets above them.
We all got through the night in one piece. That's the most important thing.
Elliot replied.
I guess.
Will muttered back
Absent-mindedly.
Here I got it. Molly took Dianella's hand.
And I got to come here and experience this amazing place. And even find one of my own dreams. That's something too. Thank you, Xavier.
She's right. I can't wait to visit the library again.
Added Helen.
It wasn't entirely my idea, but you're welcome, Molly.
Dianella answered with a smile.
Since you have been here, you now have the ability to come back to this place on your own. Just be careful, the Nightmarans.
Don't forget to mention that we restored more of NiGHTopia.
Elliot commented, laying back in the grass to join Will in stargazing.
There's a lot to be happy about, even with all that is happening concerning the Nightmarans.
Clarence pointed out.
Personally, I will feel much better when all the Nightmarans are stopped.
Muttered Dianella, those thoughts returning for a brief moment. Knight's leaned back in the air with his hands behind his head. Seeing the movement, Dianella looked up at the purple jester, realized what he had just said.
Oh, no offense.
None taken.
Knights waved him off with a smile. Soon the visitors all began to fade. I'll see you all in a little bit.
Molly said to Knights and Dianella. Oh, go ahead.
What?
The two nodded.
The two nodded. Ashley, can I say this name?
And
Dianella.
Dianella stayed next to his sister until she disappeared.
Ready to go?
Knight's ass floating next to him after all the visitors had left.
Not really. It's still a bit unnerving to be in the waking world during the daytime.
Dianella answered.
You get used to it.
Because Knights has been here multiple times, trust me. Reassuring him, setting a hand on his shoulder.
Trust me.
I will see you all again soon.
All the way.
Owl called after the departing jesters.
I must go. My books need me.
My planet needs me.
Hope you don't get too lonely while I'm gone, Owl.
Knight's tease earning an annoyed hoot from Owl just as he vanished. Dianella smirked at the exchange. He and Knights then floated down to the lake, where Dianella started to create a portal big enough for both of them to fly through.
Now, do you remember? Now, do you remember when Riala growled and flew off in the last video?
Yeah.
I think I see him coming now.
Uh-oh. I have you now!
Riala suddenly tackled into Knight, sending both jesters falling into the portal before Dianella could stabilize it. They land in the middle of a fashion show, causing mass panic as people quickly started running away from the two brawling jesters. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on?
It's a mime and a clown! Run!
Hey, look at the purple one! Hey, look at the purple one! It's so fashion!
Demon Mime!
That's not...
Run for your
No, that's
life!
Knights! Demon Knights!
Demon Knight Minions!
Demon Clown Minions!
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Sorry. This is just a random audience, okay? Anyways.
After Knights and Riala had disappeared through the unfinished portal, it vanished, causing Dianella to wince. He stared in disbelief.
What the? Oh, crud!
Dianella hurried to make a new portal and swiftly flew through. He emerged from the pond to a local park. Because the portal had been incomplete, he had no idea where the two ended up.
Frag it all! They could be anywhere!
Frag?
Transformers, you frag it all, scrap. Instead of saying like F it all, you say frag, or instead of saying poop, you say scrap.
Okay, so a Transformer reference got into this. Okay.
Scrap.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, I got this.
Go on.
Okay, I got this one. He flew off to look for them in the direction of Mr. Edwards. Direction of Mr. Edwards and Miss Sinclair's home. He would need help to find the two jesters, but hoping beyond hope that he would spot them before reaching his
destination. Now, for all you listeners out there, if you can right now, pause the video, grab some popcorn, and come right back. You are going to love this.
Oh my god. Riala is back with beef, I tell ya. He's got beef.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Woo!
All right,
People
let's
scramble
do
to-
this thing!
Okay. Ree, would it be okay if I did the narration for most of this?
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
I said Ree, not Riala.
Well, that is a nickname Knights gave me.
Sorry.
Wow, yeah, you really hate me, don't you? Okay, you kicked it.
Okay.
He
People
wasn't meaning
scramble.
that to be rude, okay?
Go.
Ree, you can be the screaming people.
No, thank you.
People scrambled to get out of the way as Knights kicked Riella off of him, causing the red jester to fall into the aisles between the seats of the showroom. The unused to the different gravity of the waking world. Quickly getting back up, Riella flew back up to swipe his sharp claws against Knight's face. He could honestly care less about where they were right now.
After I'm done with you, I am going to drag your beaten carcass back to Nightmare. Oh, wow, he is really serious.
Never!
Knights punched Riella, trying to put space between him and his twin within the rather limited room they had crashed into.
I'm never going back. You can't make me and never will.
You don't have a choice.
Riella ripped one of the chairs from the ground and threw it at the purple jester. Yeah, I forgot what color he was at the moment. Sorry about that. Knights dodged the first one, but was hit by the second one Riella threw, crashing into the seats of one of the aisles.
To be honest, I find this a little more entertaining I'm finding this more entertaining than Sonic's stereotypical, generic, mediocre battles. Because you get the idea.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun writing this part.
Yahoo!
Riella slowly approached him as he tried to get up.
After the little stunt you and your friends pulled, Master Wiseman wasn't at all pleased. And when Wiseman gets angry, I get angry.
The red jester roughly grabbed his twin and slammed him into the wall. Knights retaliated with a kick to the gut. Riella grunted in pain. In a sudden fit of anger, he grabbed Knights again before the purple jester could get away and threw him through a wall. Knights crashed into the lobby, through the glass door of the entrance, and out into the parking lot beyond, where he finally slammed into a car just as the poor owner got out of it. Jeez, he has a good throwing arm.
Well, Riella's strong. I mean, how else do you think he plays tennis?
My gosh, dude. Don't pick any of us up.
He is strong.
Knights slumped to the ground in a daze. Shards of glass scattered around the beaten jester.
Okay, why am I reminded a bit of season 2 of Archie? Even though I hate that series, you have to admit this reminds me a bit of that fight, quote unquote. But at least this is much more better.
Of what? A series of what?
Knights season 2. The Knights coming from Archie.
Oh.
Yeah, Knights of Reality, they had a battle, and let's just say it wasn't really a battle.
Ugh. Nah.
It was a sissy fight.
Yes, especially when Knights was using Pinkie Pie logic.
Can I just keep going?
Continue!
Yeah.
Do not reference that again! Jeez, I'm sorry.
Guys.
Come on, guys. Yeah, let's get over this.
Yeah, let's continue.
We're almost there.
A few people watching cautiously came closer to him, wondering what he was. The owner of the car, meanwhile, looked a bit pale. I mean, he almost got crushed when he was getting out of his car.
Uh-huh.
There were panicked shouts as Riella floated out, grinning. Most of the people around Knights backed away in fright, but a few were rooted to where they were, including the car owner. Watching his twin struggling pathetically to get up, Riella chuckled.
I told you that you would pay for betraying Master Wiseman and the Nightmare, of course. Cousin Knights, you should have come willingly when you had the chance.
Knight stumbled to his feet.
You're on the ground scrambling like a little worm maggot. Oh, how I long to do this.
Hey, Realis, we got a script.
Actually,
Sorry,
I like the add-on. I love it. It's like behind the scenes stuff. I love it.
Why, thank you.
Oh,
I
no
always
problem.
try
No
my best to
problem.
sound intimidating, especially for my liking audience. Were you gonna say adoring? No! I was gonna say good fans.
Remind me to make you something later. Anyway,
Fangirls.
Continue.
Knights stumbled to his feet.
You'll
He coughed.
get what's coming to you as well, Ra.
Indeed, I will.
Uttered Riala in a cool voice. He flew over, gripping Knight's throat.
The ninth dimension.
His grin turned sinister.
And the waking world in the palm of my hand.
You're a fool.
Knights coughed out.
Well, we're technically jesters, so what do you expect?
Details. Wiseman will destroy everything, including you.
Knights can say no more as Riala's grip tightened. The red
Are you
jester,
choking me?
the red jester proceeded to slam Knights into the already totaled car, knocking him out.
Okay, is Rial literally gripping him by the collar part? Because that's literally their quote-unquote necks.
Yeah, he's gripping him there. I just decided to put throat instead of saying neck area.
Or
Come on,
collar.
guys.
Or
Come on,
throat
guys.
collar.
Go.
Erase. You're the bigger fool, traitor.
People shivered as they witnessed this happening. They didn't understand what was going on, but most could tell that something was very wrong. A little kid, a very familiar little kid, feeling brave, threw a well-aimed stick he had been holding at the back of Riala's head.
I'll get this one.
Yep.
Leave him alone, you big bully.
Poor Frisk. Shocked at first, Riala let the unconscious Knights drop to the ground in a heap and turned his icy glare upon the child. The kid shivered, but tried to act tough as the red jester loomed over him.
Leave him alone. It's not nice to hold someone.
You think I care, brat? I am on the verge of breaking the seal between dream and reality, and ridding myself of my enemies once and for all. And I will not have anyone stand in my way.
He went to strike the boy, but a metallic blur intercepted him, knocking him back. Jonesy, you have to narrate now.
Yep, we're flipping.
Dianella.
I'm knocked out anyway. Dianella, yeah, there we go. He growled, finding the metal jester floating in front of the child protectively.
If you knew what was good for you, you'd stay out of my way.
Not while I still function.
Replied Dianella, glaring at him with a stern gaze. Some of the bystanders recognized the two jesters from the news reports, and voices floated through the crowd.
Those are the things that kidnapped that boy!
What are they doing here?
Who's the purple one?
Wasn't those two on the same side?
Why is one of them protecting the kid?
What the heck is going on here?
I will not let Wiseman destroy our worlds and all we know, Riala. Nor will I allow you to harm anyone else.
Dianella continued, trying to ignore the words of the crowd as he moved a challenging step forward.
We will stop you, and we will put an end to Wiseman's plans. You will not win, Riala. Now step away from Knights.
Riala just chuckled.
You do not scare me, Dianella. You're just another traitor, and will soon end up just like the poor excuse of a jester on the ground there.
Hey!
But unlike him,
Diana reminded the Nightmare in general, tapping his chest.
I'm made of sterner stuff. And that means... Jackal! Jackal! Seriously!
I had to!
Shush!
Okay, I'm out of here. Have fun, Ree!
Are you talking about her or me?
You!
Go.
Alright.
I'm going
Continue.
to blast someone with my lasers in a minute!
Dinella, just calm down. He was just joking, okay? Just say your lines, okay?
Alright. Not in a good
continue.
mood right now. Knights is in trouble. Alright. Jonesy, could you say the part again, please?
Tapping his chest.
I'm made of sterner stuff, and that means a world of pain for you. So unless you want to look like your twin, I suggest that you surrender now and back off. I don't want to have to hurt you, Riala, but I will if I must.
That's the difference between you and I, Dinella. Unlike you, I do not value such emotional ties, and sadly, that is your weakness.
With that, Riala swiftly grabs the unconscious knight and held a claw to the jester's cheek.
Make any sudden moves, and Knights perishes. And don't worry, Wiseman won't mind if I do the dirty work for him.
Diana gritted his chrome teeth, clenching his fist with a growl.
That's a coward's trick, Riala! Release him!
Riala chuckled, not knowing that he had the robot at his mercy.
I think not. Now listen carefully, boy. I want to open a portal in that pond next to this building.
You're just gonna take him back to Nightmare! I won't allow that!
Shouted Diana, thinking frantically of how to save Knights.
If you don't, I will kill him here and now.
Warned Riala. Diana's eyes widened.
You wouldn't!
Do you wish to test that theory?
Riala pushed his claw slowly into Knight's cheek, but didn't break the skin yet. Diana stared up at the purple jester with a helpless expression.
Nice.
After a moment, he scowled at Riala, gritting his teeth once more in anger as he lowered his head.
Very, very well, Riala. You win.
Reluctantly, he moved closer to the pond, while Riala hovering right over it with his hostage. The surface of the pond shimmered below the Nightmare in general, then showed the sky of the night dimension. Riala sneered.
Now, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Diana glared at Riala, desperation in his voice.
Don't do this, Riala. Don't hurt my nephew.
Riala blinked in confusion and laughed when he realized what Diana had just yelled out. He still had to make sure to keep a good grip on his hostage while doing so.
Nephew. Ha!
Riala rapped.
Oh wow, that was a really good ha right there.
Riala laughed again, mocking the pitiful robot before him.
You think he is family? August is just a side effect of falling into the dark ocean. Did you forget that there's not one bit of true human within him?
It doesn't matter what he is, but who he is, Riala.
Retorted Diana.
But you wouldn't know a thing about that, about family, since you're too scared to try.
Riala was in too good of a mood to get mad at the insult.
Scared? Moi. Don't make me laugh again. After all, you all know I have a great laugh. But I won't this time. I prefer being who I am than being a freakish outcast like you. You are such an abomination anyways. Damn it, I just broke my rule. Ugh.
Didn't you say that you were the one who made me look like this?
Asked Dianella, stalling for time as he tried to come up with a plan to rescue Knights. Riella knew this, but decided to have a little fun just for a moment.
Yes, I did. Your design was a work of art, but I still had to use flawed materials to make it. And in all honesty, you are indeed a freak of nature. You're not quite an Iron, but you are no longer a human either. It must have been so hard to find your place in either world without your memories. These last 30 human years.
The Red Jester chuckled darkly.
Even after all this time, I still remember your screams when you begged for mercy. After the countless times that you thwarted our plans.
Dianella clenched his fist harder, feeling his claws digging into the metal of his palms. He could remember them too, his screams during that traumatic incident. Memories of the ordeal flashing through his mind. He shook his head, trying to rid himself of that horror to keep it from paralyzing him.
At least I have friends and family that care for me anyway, even if I am a freak.
And a wonderful job your family and friendship are doing for you now.
Riella mocked, grinning at how much he expected the robot jester. Suddenly, Riella shut and turned towards the portal. Dianella tried to follow, but Riella somehow forced the portal to close after him before the robot could reach it, making Diana wince again.
Riella!
He tried to open a new portal, but the shock of pain caused him to grip his chest. Staring in horror where the portal disappeared, Dianella collapsed to his knees on the pavement beside the pond. His eyes turned red. Closing them tightly, he slammed his fist into the pavement, leaving a small crater. He was gone. He let Riella take him. Why couldn't he stop him? Knights was taken, and it was all his fault. This is going to make me giggle here. Dianella shook before rearing his head back.
Nice!
That was good. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. Before I went to the port, I was meant to say this. All right, you freak of nature! Oh, I am superior!
So, what did you think, guys? Oh man, that was great! Holy crap!
How was that for Riella right there?
Oh, man,
all
you see that in the game.
Bantering hits.
Thank you for stealing the soul, girls.
Sorry.
We're just
Sorry,
so
Ree.
involved. We're so involved in it.
All three of you pay me money now.
I got Oreos.
Money, heifer.
Money.
It didn't help also, too, that was mostly our characters talking.
Exactly.
But
Hey, you got to be a part of the show. You got to be here. You
Yes.
got to be here.
And
see all them hits.
so, what did you guys think about my parts?
Oh,
Awesome.
I kept hearing Ree squealing in the background.
When I was actually trying to hold back some tears when Riella was holding up Knight. I was like, oh my god, don't do that.
Not again.
You know, that reminded me of the scene with when Riella did the same thing to Will in Lost Park.
Yep.
It was
But
the
not
same
as nice.
tactic.
But not as nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, ouch, the murder by words there, you guys, Riella and Dianella were just going like, no you, no you, no you, no you.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it was, just jabbing each other.
But then again, Riella and Jacko were having the banter.
And poor Knights over here is kind of taken out in the first round of the jabs.
Yeah, what'd you think of that part? I honestly thought that Riella ripping the chairs out of the floor, you know how
Yeah,
they're
it just
like
shows
screwed
how
into the ground?
Yeah, it just shows how strong he is.
That and how mad he is.
Hey,
I don't think you could pretty much take out a dream creature.
Yeah.
Or a
But
demon for that matter.
Oh, and don't worry, Ree. We'll let you do more reading in the next one. I'm really sorry about that. I actually just realized what happened. I was so in character.
It's okay. It's okay. We all have those moments.
I actually.
And besides, we were too busy giggling when we weren't talking.
Mm.
Me and
I
Ree
was
were
actually
just
trying
personally
not to laugh.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go get some Nutella.
Yeah, me and Ree were basically, if we weren't talking, we were trying not to giggle the whole time.
What is it with that serious moments and giggling?
Because it's so epic!
I don't know. And plus, it's not edgy like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
No, we were giggling like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Well, anyway, I got to scramble to get these next couple of chapters fixed up.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Don't pressure yourself.
Though, okay, how do you feel Riella was when I voiced him in this? At least this part right now.
Oh, you already heard me, gosh.
Rihanna, man.
Well, I tried to give him that angry approach without making him sound very loud, per se.
Should we end the video before it gets too long, go just like the other video?
Yeah. Well,
That was 22.
This was an interesting chapter, have to admit. Right, guys?
All the jabs.
Yeah. Also, Jackal boy. Don't worry, man. You'll get your chance to read another story.
Yeah, story time with Jackal.
Yay! Jackal, I told you.
That might not be until number 3.
Hey, who says we can't do our own story time with Jackal?
Wait, yeah.
Let's find just a random short story, and he can read it.
Yeah, maybe one of the days where they're just all hanging out one day, it'll be like, you know what, let's go visit Jackal. And Jackal will be like, I'm going to read you guys a story, and locks the door so that they can't escape.
And no mirrors. And no mirrors.
And what they pretty much have, like, I don't know, like, is Riella going to get stuck in there too? Is he going to be forced to watch? Or
yeah, just everybody stuck in there.
Ah, why am I here with these, why am I here with them?
Don't worry, I'm in here too. We'll endure together in the back corner.
Yeah, for once I can agree with you on that.
Did you sneak at the chessboard like I asked?
Oh yeah, I did.
Good.
And I sneak in some peanut butter and some other snacks.
Yay!
Thanks. Thanks, Ree.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate it. Well, hope you all enjoyed this, everyone. We'll see you all when we get to the next chapter, eventually.
Yep. That
then,
should be pretty soon, though.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And remember, this was Beast. They tell you, fall on him!